Hey guys, what's up? It's Ricardo, junkguysdfw.net. I want to kind of talk to you about why the Junkguys brand has been so successful over the last 15 years. And it's a question that people ask me all the time, how I handle the ownership of all the other junk guys across the US. And that's a simple question. Ownership, exactly what ownership means. I was able to communicate and establish a relationship with all the owners across the US and let them run their own business the way they seemed more profitable to them. So that was one thing that I taught everybody, that when I first started out this business with the Junkguys brand, was that I wanted to be sure that everybody knew that expenses was more important than sales, okay? And expenses was going to be the overhead of the business. Of course, most retail stores are totally different from services. Of course, retail stores tend to have a lot of overhead with the rent and electric and you know, alarm system stuff, just etc. Services don't. Services don't have that, especially Junkguys. Our service doesn't. Our service doesn't. And that was one of the things that I had to teach everybody, that the service, our service industry, the junk removal, we can skip out on one of the biggest expenses, and that was overhead. But a lot of people that are getting into junk removal, they put that overhead right back in the business. And I'm going to tell you why and how they do it. They get fancy equipment, or they're buying leads, or they're buying Google ads, or they're paying a firm to run their ads for them. And that is the overhead that they're getting. And one of the things that I taught everybody in the Junkguys brand across the US was that do your own organic traffic, build content, build your own website. Well, I built the websites for everyone, but build your own content and be sure that you can rank, and eventually your business would be totally organic. So the building of the content, the building of a good hard website, and the maintenance of Google My Business was a big part. It's like 3 steps that we always took. But we built the brand to a $7 million a year brand within all of us. And it's something that I look at and I'm really proud of. But if you're trying to expand and build your business, you can. Listen, I started 15 years ago with a van that my father allowed me to borrow. And I was able to take that van, and 15 years later, I grew it into a $7 million a year in sales business. And there's some of us that tend to make a lot more profit than others, but we're still working out the kinks. But to be profitable in a franchise kind of project that we have is very, very surprising, that all of them across from Junkguys Washington, D.C. to Junkguys San Diego to Junkguys Austin and San Antonio and Houston, and then of course Junkguys North Texas, Junkguys Frisco, and then me, Junkguys DFW. We are able to establish a good profit margin. And one of the main reasons was our expenses were controlled by not having to purchase ads, leads, or any of the little signs that people put out, all that. So we don't do that. Our brand and our marketing was 100% online. It was 100% organic traffic. And that seems something that a lot of people don't understand what organic traffic is. It's the ability to get a customer to come to your website and purchase something with no transaction of money involved. In other words, you gain that lead naturally and organically. And that's why they call it organic traffic. So the fact is that most people out there that start junk removal businesses think that you have to spend a lot of money on startup costs. This is a small business that just grew up with a lot of other accounts. So every business, and according to Junkguys brand, which is our baby here, Junkguys was a brand. It was a brand that I marketed in Houston and Austin and San Antonio and Washington and all the other places that we're at. It was a brand. And we were able to establish that brand and market that brand appropriately with not having a lot of expenses. And that's how we've been successful this whole time. We've been successful because we cut costs, we cut expenses, and we do not pay for any leads or generation or anything. We pay attention to our websites builds. We pay attention to the Google My Business. We pay attention to content, and that's the main thing. So just the building of the content was very important. And you can ask Junkguys Houston and Junkguys Austin how it runs, because we're in the Texas area. We're pretty popular down here, at least according to me, I think. But having that and yearly making $7 million in sales, and our profits are in the 50 to 60 percentile for most of us, and totally different for me, because I have to be higher than that because I do most of the job myself. But still, as a business owner running this business, I am still the owner of the Junkguys brand. I am the number one that sits atop and talks to all the commission accounts that we have across the US, and I communicate with them what's going on, okay? So having me there, I'm still able to answer the phone, talk to my customers, and do work. Just because I decided to go out on the road, still do my work, doesn't mean that since we were having so good of the sales every year that I was going to be sitting at home behind a computer or sitting at home talking to everybody. That's not how it worked for me. I love to work, and I think it's something that everybody can learn from, guys, that even though that you're making good money or you're making good profit, that you don't have to go and have an office and sit behind a computer. Listen, I do my branding every day. I do my marketing, I do my SEO, I do my organic traffic every morning. It takes me about 10 to 15 minutes. And that's what I encourage everybody. I encourage everybody to do that. Even though you're competitors, even though you're a different brand across the US and you're not on the Junkguys brand, I encourage every junk removal service to go out there and build a brand organically with organic traffic. How to do that? Well, you have to learn that. It's a process. It's a process that can be easily duplicated and easily managed, guys. It takes 10 or 15 minutes out of your morning or at night. Listen, you wonder why I have 2,700 plus videos on YouTube. Just think about that. I built the content to be so successful in this business, and that was one of the main reasons why the Junkguys brand has been successful year to year, and why we still stay in business, and why people want to join us. So I always get phone calls, I'm always getting emails about companies wanting to join the Junkguys brand. And at the moment, we're not really holding any open spots or anything. We just like where we're at, okay? And we love establishing that within the junk removal industry, guys. And one of the reasons why I talk to a lot of people and I'm doing a lot of videos is because I love the junk removal industry. I like where it's going in the future. And right now I know a lot of people are down in business and down in sales. According to what the Junkguys numbers looks like, it seems like the numbers are not dipping for us. They're actually better than they were last year at this time. So it's kind of weird how most businesses that haven't established a good content or good organic traffic are the ones failing. I do want to point something out, that the saturated market that everybody's talking about, the market that everybody says there's too many of us, and this is really easy to figure out why people are saying that. It's so simple to get on Facebook and look at the groups and see the panic in a lot of people that the market is saturated. And I look at that and I say, no, it's lack of competition. Those people don't like competition. Those people, if you look at look at those people's website and look how much content they put out there, and then wonder why they're not successful. See, here's one thing my father always taught me. When you're making money, you don't sell your business. When you're making money and your business is good, you don't bitch about your business. You don't make up things about your business. You just mind your own business. Look at the people on Facebook and see those people that are saying that, and go to their websites and see the website, how it's not been developed, how it doesn't have a lot of content, and just check their posts. Check their TikTok, check their Facebook, check their Instagram, check their social media, and I guarantee it, you won't find it. You won't find good content. You won't find good established business, good businesses that are established in the digital world. Guys, listen, it's 2023. You can start a junk removal service and compete with brands like mine or 1-800 or Junkie, and I'm not comparing mine to theirs because those are huge companies, but you can do that in this industry and you can be successful in this industry. It's being able to establish a little time out of your day to build content for your business and be successful doing it. And I want to thank everybody for actually listening to my rant today, but we just got the numbers in about a month ago, and I haven't really told a lot of people about what we do here. I don't talk about, mostly on my channel, I'm not really talking about all the commission accounts that we have across the US, but I will tell you, we're successful in what we're doing. We're doing something right by cutting our expenses in this business. And I do want to announce one other thing. There will be some kind of lessons coming out in the next few weeks or maybe a month or something that y'all could look at and maybe learn what we've been doing here at the Junkguys brand to be very, very successful. And guys, don't forget, if you like my videos, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.